and the other one here at Dexter. Based upon the original reports from the Sheriff's Department, it all began at 8:35 p.m. on March 20th, when Frank Manor, who used to live over there, reported to the Sheriff's office that he had seen a strange object in the swamp over there. According to the police report, the police officer, in company with the complainant, proceeded along Territorial Road until they reached Brant Road, at which time they turned left, proceeded to the end of the road, secured their vehicle, got out of the automobile, proceeded along the cornfield, keeping the trees lined to their left. Then they crossed an open field to the creek. They crossed the creek and reached this point, which was their vantage point, and observed the object. Frank Manor described the object as brown in color, quilted, with a porthole in the center, sort of flat on the bottom, cone-shaped towards the top, two small lights, one at each end, one glowing bluish green, the other one a brilliant red, with a glow at the bottom.
Well, of course, by the time I arrived, the situation was so charged with emotion that it was impossible for me to do any really serious investigating. I had to fight my way through reporters to interview the witnesses.
Other sightings were reported over the area, and a solution from Dr. Hynek and Major Quintanilla seemed in the offing.
Well, the pressure was mounting for an official explanation. There were more than 60 newsmen jammed in at that news conference. I gave what I thought to be at that time the only scientific explanation possible for the faint lights in the swampy area. I made the statement that it could be swamp gas, and even though I went on to emphasize that I couldn't prove it in a court of law, that was the full explanation for these sightings. Well, the press picked up the phrase, swamp gas, and rushed off to the telephones, and I was to come into a great deal of criticism over it.
What was the outcome of that congressional hearing?
I believe the Air Force presented its side quite openly and completely. It seemed to satisfy the members of the committee.
Now a remarkable observation is to be recorded. If the facts are correct, the Air Force must now consider the possibility of beings related to UFOs.